Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's math lesson. Now, this is Monday, January 11th, 2021. What happened today was that whenever I went to go record on my second laptop, something with my video recording system decided it was going to stop the video halfway through or after 3.5 minutes, which is what happened to our math lesson today. So I had to come back and re-record whenever I got a free chance. So that's why this video is coming up a little bit later today. Hopefully I'll have the problem fixed by tomorrow. If not, I'm going to be doing double lessons all week, but that's okay. So I think I had mostly everyone on the Google Meet today, but if I didn't, that's why I came back and recorded for everyone. So it's going to be a pretty quick lesson. And it was a pretty quick lesson today. I think we were only online for about 15 minutes, which they're meant to be mini lessons because we do have small group and then we also have seesaw activities and things like that. So the lessons that we do are meant to be less than 30 minutes. So they are meant to be mini lessons. So today we talked about and we reviewed measurement again. So today we talked about measuring with non-standard units. So remember when we're talking about measuring with non-standard units, we're talking about measuring with objects, such as you could measure something using paper clips. So you could see how many paper clips long something is, or tall, or deep, or wide, or anything like that. You could always use paper clips to measure. And I'm not sure, but your parents might have paper clips that you can practice measuring with at home. You can always send me a picture on Seesaw showing you measuring. What we've been using mostly is we've been measuring with Unifix cubes because those are objects, right? They're non-standard. A standard unit of measure would be to measure with inches or to measure with centimeters. Okay, so either one of those are standard units of measure. This is what you typically measure with. But by measuring with objects, with non-standard units, it kind of helps us understand, like, it would take a lot of Unifix cubes to measure a car, right? It would make more sense to take, you know, maybe markers, because it would probably take fewer markers, right? So like, see, it would take me way more Unifix cubes to measure a car than with markers. Or you could use even something bigger. Use pointers. I'm going to use all my pointers I have to measure the car. But it kind of teaches you a sense of what unit of measure is best for measuring different things. So like, it would take a lot of Unifix cubes to see how tall Mrs. Cooper is, but it might take fewer markers because the markers themselves are longer. So it kind of teaches you an understanding and helps you gain an understanding of measuring something. So what we've been typically measuring with is Unifix cubes. In your little bundle or packet, you can measure with these little rectangles. So for example, I gave you these, but if you cut straight down the middle, you could take these little rectangles. You could take them if you wanted to. You don't have to, though. And you could go around the house, and these are non-standard. These aren't an inch apart. So you could take these and you could measure different items around the house. So you could say, it takes just about that many. It takes about 12 little rectangles here to measure my water bottle. That's how tall this water bottle is. But like, see, my coffee cup is much shorter. So it only takes about 9 little rectangles to measure my coffee cup. See, so there's a big difference there between my coffee cup and my water bottle. So you can always use different types of non-standard units. So like, that's why I gave you this in your little bundle, but this is the standard unit, which we will do later this 9 weeks. That's why I gave it to you early. And you can always practice. Measure your bed, measure your books, measure your notebook, measure a shelf, measure your mom's favorite bowl, ask her first. Measure your parents' shoes. Oh my goodness, that's so much fun. Measure your shoes. Measure your siblings' shoes. See how many inches your shoes are, things like that. So that's always good practice. It's always good practice to have a ruler. I know when my brother and I were younger, we used to go outside and measure leaves and sticks and stuff, and we'd just take a ruler, and then if it was too long, we would like have a pencil or a marker and we draw a line and then we keep measuring. We were big on like building stuff and used to build forts and stuff. So we'd always want to know how long and how tall and how wide things were. So this is your non-standard unit of measure. Now for your seesaw activity today, what you had to do was you had to tell me how many beans something was. So unfortunately, I don't have dried beans, but if you go on the grocery aisle, and they don't have to do this, but if you want to practice measuring something with beans, I think they're in the Hispanic aisle, but they're dried beans in a bag. You might be able to find them down the vegetable aisle too, like canned vegetables, but they're dried beans in a bag, and you can take those and measure all kinds of stuff around your house. But that's your first page. Your second page, you're comparing the lengths. So like, for example, if I was comparing, all these different utensils, so I'm going to compare this marker, this pencil, and this crayon. So if I was ordering these from shortest to tallest, I would put the crayon first, then the marker, and then the pencil, right? Because the pencil is the longest. So there's the crayon, the marker, and then the pencil. Also, it might ask you to do things like ordering them from longest to shortest. So then you would put the pencil first, then the marker, and then the crayon. And then there might be other questions where it's like, circle the one that's the shortest. So you would circle the crayon, right? So that's the comparing lengths. And then your last page is you have to make an object that is 10 cubes long, or 10 cubes tall. I'm sorry, not long. So on Thursday last week, it was long. It's 10 cubes tall. So 9, 10. So you're going to draw an object on your seesaw activity 10 cubes tall. So you could draw a rainbow that's 10 cubes tall. You could draw an elephant. You could draw anything, something that's 10 cubes tall. So you could draw something on your seesaw that's 10 cubes tall. If you want to, you can try to find something in your house. So like these are the rectangles, but you could find something in your house with your rectangles that is 10 rectangles tall and draw that, which would be pretty cool too. So like it would be up to right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So something that is only that tall in your house. Option. So that is all I have for your math lesson today. I know that was pretty short and sweet, but it's just review, guys. We learned measurement back before Christmas, and we did, and it's pretty simple with non-standard units like cubes or paper clips or markers, things like that. When we get into measuring, we'll spend a lot more time on that. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry again that this is a late upload, but hopefully this will still help. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.